Excuse me. Hi. So bright out. All right, getting ready. Coffee. Tablet with questions. Sign. Lights are on. It's good timing. All right. Eventually I'm going to have to get like a real set. Something more than just random pictures. If you can't tell that right there, that is a picture of a seal I took in Galapagos Islands. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Today is Wednesday, May 22nd, 2019. My name is Jeremy, and this is my first cup of coffee. I'm using the same mug from the last couple days. Coffee. Coffee's so good. If I was going to sing a song right now, it would be about coffee and how good it is. It's so nice out. Well, it's not. It's 40 degrees, but beyond that, it's nice out. The heat kicked on this morning for a little bit. I have friends. So if you're not in the if you're not in the New England area, and I can't speak to other areas of the country, but there's one of the things that we talk about is when we first heat the house. So, somebody will say like, oh, I made it all the way to September 15th without using heat this year, something like that. Or, as I just said, that I haven't turned off the furnace because I'm not quite ready to accept that it's spring and warm yet, because the weather has not accepted that it's spring and warm yet. What was that? I've got a couple hummingbirds that have been going at the feeder out front. Hopefully I'll get more. Last year, one of them was quite brave, and I almost got some pictures. So I'm hoping by the end of the summer, if I spend enough time on the porch, they'll let me take some pictures, because that would be cool. Hummingbirds are neat. I'm not a big fan of birds, but hummingbirds are cool. I mean, birds are great. They eat bugs, but they're gross and destructive. I don't understand why people keep them as pets, to be honest. I think it's odd. They're smart, they're neat, but when you bring them in the house, they can't really fly. It's kind of what makes birds neat. But anyway, what was yesterday? Yesterday was crazy. I did 3 interviews. I haven't done 3 interviews in a long, long time. It's too much. I need to not do it. But I tacked one on a couple weeks ago to the end of the day, because it's a subject-related interview, so it's going to end up as a Thursday show for Martial Arts Radio. What else going on? Yeah, been doing some good stuff. What else happened? Working on a revamp of whistlekick.com. I think we're like 85 to 90% ready. It's hard to tell. Trying to make the site faster and a little easier to use. So we're getting there. What else? What else did I do yesterday? Worked on that. Did a bunch of email. Went to the gym. Went to my office outside the home. So here's a business hack, a life hack. Panera. Cup of coffee is $2.07. And you get refills. And they have tables and Wi-Fi and parking. So after the gym, I went to Panera, worked for an hour. Met with a friend / potential business partner on a project. Got some work done. Drove home, ate food, went to bed. It's kind of my life. Work out, eat, go to bed. Although I often eat during the day. I usually eat during the day. So, yeah, today, more of the same. meetings. Honestly, as I'm scaling up the consulting stuff, it's taking some work. I don't think I've asked you guys, but if anybody out there knows anyone that could use marketing services, I would love to help. Marketing is fun. It's what I'm good at. I'd love to do marketing for martial arts schools. That's why we did Black Belt Social Media, blackbeltsocialmedia.com. So, yeah, I can help. But we got some questions, including the lost question, or the forgotten question from yesterday. So let's talk about that. This tablet's being goofy. Come on in. No, that's the other question. Here we go. So here was the other question from yesterday that I forgot, despite my attempt to remember. If avoidance and de-escalation is so important, why is it not discussed more in martial arts schools? That's a great question. I can speculate. I don't know that I have a good answer. Though I'm pretty sure my speculation is right. It's not sexy. It's not something that people want to pay to learn. It's the most important part. The only way you win a fight is to not get in it. I've said that. I believe that. There's so many strategies to talk people down, to get out of situations. But every one of them requires some confidence and some humility. If you go around life waiting for someone to test you, to give you an opportunity to test your skills or to take your day out on them, you're not going to be a very successful de-escalator. I believe that I've managed to avoid fights because I have no desire to fight. I have no desire to prove myself. It does not matter to me. It doesn't make me tough. It doesn't make me a man. I hear people brag about getting into and winning fights, and it's gross. Yeah. I wish more schools talked about it. I think they should. I think it should be the core of all martial arts curriculum. The self-defense curriculum. How to avoid fights. How to get out of getting into a fight. How to not be in situations where fights could happen. How to be aware. How to be attentive. All right. So what we got? So we got one more for today. And this one's kind of interesting. So my tablet's going to cooperate. It's been said that reality often astounds theory. How do you think that applies to martial arts? Well, my interpretation of that is the idea that the reality is very different from the theory. And it is. And if we take that back to the self-defense aspects of martial arts, the way most schools teach self-defense is wrong. And if you go back to episode, I think it was 393, I did an episode talking about the problems with the way self-defense is taught. And that episode's actually done really well. You can find it here on YouTube. You can find it in the podcast feed or at whistlekickmartialartsradio.com. Most of us, when we practice self-defense in classes, we're practicing these very controlled movements in these controlled settings. And quite often what we're practicing is complex. But then if you ever get into a fight or you watch a fight, you'll see that it's ugly, it's messy. You can be the best in the world at putting your techniques exactly where you want them to be in training. But if you have no training under stress, those techniques aren't going where you need them to be. And that's why when I teach self-defense, I try to teach things that are very simple, things that don't hurt people, so the defender is willing to use them sooner. And then on the other side of that, if that's not an option, just do what you got to do. Right? It's really sexy to, implement pressure points and these multi-hit combos and things, but most people aren't going to be able to pull them off when they're three beers in and they're tired and stressed out because someone's got them pinned against the wall and this, that, and the other thing. You got to give people tools to make them feel confident. There's nothing like dragging your foot down the front of someone's shin to change a situation. And everybody can do that, regardless of situation and footwear, height differential. We've talked a lot about self-defense on Martial Arts Radio lately, and we'll talk about it again. We'll keep talking about it. Not because I have any personal mission for it, but because a lot of people seem interested in talking about it. It's a core piece of martial arts. It is the way that we tend to market ourselves to the world. I don't think it should be the way we market ourselves to the world. We should be marketing the personal development and the fact that nothing like martial arts makes people better, faster, and more dramatically in less time. That's the same as faster. Yeah. So those are the questions I have. What else can I say? What else is happening today? I gotta leave the house at like 10:15, which means I have very little time to get work done here. I have meeting after meeting after meeting. I don't like these days being so busy. I like to be busy, but this has been a bit too much. It'll get better. It always does. Don't forget, subscribe, turn on notifications. If you want to find the show later, firstcupwithjeremy.com or in your podcast feed. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Downloads help. You likely have started seeing ads on our videos. Yes. We're testing that out. See what happens. To see if it's actually going to make us some money. We've put a lot of time, a lot of money into this company, and we're at a point now where we have to start seeing some money coming back out. So, thank you, Scott. What else can I tell you? I don't have anything else. All right, so here, homework in a moment. Subscribe, turn on. Oh yeah, we do the show every weekday morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern, here on YouTube. I feel out of sorts this morning. Can you tell? I need more coffee. Barely drank any. Can you see? Almost. There. Just a little bit. I hope you have a great day. I really do. And as you are going through your day, I would like you to consider the difference between perception and reality in the things that you do. One of the easiest ways to think about this is if you went to school or some kind of training for any of the work that you do, what's one of the things they taught you that you didn't find to be true? I've found this to be the case every job I've ever worked at. There's always been stuff that was different than how I was trained. Whether that was retail, or computers, or whatever, all of it. Coaching. Identify the reality differences. And then try to understand where the misperception came from. Okay. I will see you back here tomorrow. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care. Peace.